anything new or old, anything is fine. Let's go and create it, database, guys. So choose a database creation method. You can go with the standard create or you can go with the easy create. Let's not go with easy. Let's go with the standard one because we need to learn so many things from here. Easy create is not an option, right? If you don't want anything, everything can be default and just in one shot you need to create. Just go and click on easy create. Let's go and learn a lot about all these things here. Select standard create, and you know very well these are all the 6 engines that it supports. You can go for any engine, but for now I'll be going for this Postgres. Why? So don't choose MS SQL or Oracle, these are license based. You can go with MySQL or you can go with Postgres. Anything should be fine, right? These are open sources, and that too, these are all RDBMS. You can use the queries concept. And versions, guys, everywhere developer is very much concerned about this database versions. Guys, developers, can you tell me your applications sometimes depend upon the database versions also, right? Yes? Yes, definitely. Yes. Right? Yeah. So here, versions, you can select any version here. You have so many versions here. Just ask the developers which version they need. So based on that, they can go for it. Otherwise, always choose the default one or latest one all the time. Where is the free card? Let me open the original. This is the old one. This is the old one. Okay, so let's go with this. So okay, let's go with the and the templates here, guys. And the templates here we have 2 use cases. One is production and one is development and testing. So which one you want? You just go and select it. For now, as you need to create it on the real time, let's go with the production. I don't create it, but let's learn everything, and then we'll create a testing environment. Okay, development environment. I'll tell you the difference between those. Select the production for now, and DB instance identifier, guys. DB instance identifier meaning we'll be creating one database instance, right? It's a name of the instance. It is an identifier, name of the instance. It's not a database name. Remember, it is not a database name. It is just an database instance identifier. I call it as, what is this database instance? I call it as Postgres, for example. Postgres engine or Postgres server, instance name. Yeah. And the master username is Postgres, and password I'll put it as root 1 2 3 4 5 6, and you should remember the password. What is the username? Username is Postgres, and then user password is root 1 2 3 4 5 6. Down we have DB instance class. Guys, did we discuss that we need to select the instance type, right? So in your production environment, you can select the instance type. You can go for M class or R class, X class or T class, whichever you want. So standard class. So if you need 8 GB RAM or how much ever big it is, let me go for 16 GB RAM. I don't create, but just select 16 GB RAM instance. But if you need bigger and bigger, you have 384 also, or you can have even more bigger, right? Just select whichever is required based on your requirement there. The DB instance class, and next here we have something called storage. So storage, I told you whether you can use GP2, IO1, IO2, whatever it is, right? So just go with, guys, in your production environment, it is better to have GP2 or it's better to have IOPS, bigger one. So go with the IOPS because it has it's faster, and allocated storage is 100 GB. Did we discuss that we have storage auto scaling? Right? Yes. So how much is a fixed storage now? 100 GB. But if you provide 1000 GB or more than that, how much ever the maximum, right? So yeah, IOPS here it's given 3000 IOPS. You can go all the way up to 80,000, right? All the way you can go for 80,000. It's up to you. Or simply you can go for GB2. You can simply go for GB2 or go for IOPS. Go for, it's up to you. And you can enable the storage auto scaling. So at the moment you have given 100 GB, but maximum you can give 1000 GB. So you will not get any full storage or space issues until unless it reaches the maximum value. Is this clear on storage? So availability and durability. Do you remember that we discussed about multi-AZ? It's just a radio button, whether you want it or you don't want it. So just let's go and select this. Create a standby instance. Recommended for production usage. Okay, I'm selecting multi-AZ and connectivity here. Connectivity here is a default VPC. Subnet group select default. Guys, here in your actual environment, in your real-time environment, the public access should be yes or no. In your actual environment, public access should be definitely, strongly, strictly no. Strongly, strictly no. Because database servers should never will be publicly accessible, right? So, but as we are here learning purpose and we need to connect it from internet, we need to select yes, right? But in your actual environment, no. Okay. Anything if you want to connect it from outside VPC, go for yes. Within the VPC, definitely no. Security group, let's select that. It's already a default security group is selected here. And if clicking in additional configuration, guys, the Postgres port number is 5432. So don't change it because we need to enable the security group, the rule, we need to add the rule in the security group in order to log into this. Guys, you understood the connectivity section? Everyone clear? Nice. Okay, so here database. So database authentication. Authentication here is, guys, we have given the username password, right? Postgres and root 123456. You can authenticate using that database password and you can create your own database passwords inside the database engine when you connect it. Or you can use your own IAM users also to log into this to authenticate, or you can use a Kerberos authentication. Kerberos authentication is your Active Directory, domain controller Active Directory authentications. So for now, let's go for this password authentication. So click on additional information. So it is asking for the DB name, database name. What is the database name? We call it as AWS demo, AWS DB demo. This is the database name. Top one which we have already was what? That one instance name, identifier name. But this is database name. Because in RDS dashboard, you should identify all the database engines, right? So that's the one which we have given on top. This one you cannot see it from the console. Unless you log into the database engine, you can see this database name there. Parameter cube, keep it default because it's a 13th version that we have selected here. And guys here, backup. Backup, what are the backups called in AWS, in RDS? Snapshots, right? So you can enable we have discussed manual backups and then automated backups, right? So here, enable automatic backup. So enable the automatic backup if you need, okay? Enable the automatic backups. So what is the maximum retention period that we have learned? Retention period? 35 we have learned, right? So if you go here all the way, so 35 days is the maximum retention period. Default is 7 days. So if you need to go for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day based on your company requirement, you need to select the retention period. So if you want to take the automatic backups, when at what schedule you want to take it? Here you have no preference. If you select window, so at what time you should run, at what time, everything you can schedule it basically. If it is no preference, AWS will take whenever it needs, right? So whenever it creates a snapshot, it tags, then identifier name will also be attached to that snapshot. Oh, this is a new one, guys. It was not there few weeks back. Backup replication. Enable replication in another AWS region. Wow. Wow. Okay, they have enabled now. Okay. Enable replication in another region. Enabling replication automatically create backups or divisions and select a region for disaster recovery. Okay. So this was not there, but yeah. So if you want a replication to be enabled, yes, it clearly says that if you want to have it another region as a replication, as a read replica. Oh wow, okay. So usually read replicas is, I think this is a read replica, right? You can replicate automated backups. Guys, this is backup only. You can replicate automated backups. Guys, this is related to backups, yeah, not read replicas. Backups, guys. Remember, guys, in EC2, we use lifecycle manager to create a snapshots, right? And we can take the snapshot and copy to another region also, na? Same way. Here the backups also the same way. So you can create a backup, and if you want the backups to be as a disaster recovery, disaster management, guys. Let's say we are doing it in Mumbai. All your backups and databases are already in Mumbai. If you want disaster recovery DR to be enabled, so take these backups in safe side. The copy of the backups you can put it in the different region. This is for DR purpose. Okay, good one. Actually, yeah. So if you want to enable that, if you don't need, just encryption, you enable that. There is a master key all the time, or you can get it or get it from KMS. Performance insight. If you need to have a nice dashboards, enable this. Monitoring. If you want to enhance monitoring, so that meaning if you want to see the different processes, threads of the CPU, granularity level up to 1 second also you can go for it. But keep in mind, boom, diga your bill, right? Yeah, you can enable the monitoring and log exports. Guys, is it possible to see the logs of your RDS instance? No, because we cannot RDP, we cannot do SSH. But how to get the logs? Guys, if you select these things, right? So if you select these things, the logs will be stored in your CloudWatch logs. Remember CloudWatch logs? So all these logs will be stored in the CloudWatch logs, where you can see the logs from the CloudWatch. Maintenance. So maintenance, if there is any small minor maintenance from AWS upgrades, you can enable, you can do it. Otherwise, unselect this. Delete protection. It's like delete on termination protection. Guys, you understood? Everyone? This section? And the entire thing charges you 1,392 per month. The one which we have selected. So, guys, here if you see the breakup here, storage is 26 USD, multi-AZ, right? Multi-AZ. Let us go and remove that multi-AZ. See here, multi-AZ, I told you it is double. So if you select don't create multi-AZ, so it was 1300 almost. Now see the price. It has it went half. And also, what is another important thing that it costs here? If you go for IOPS, it's charged heavily. If you go for GP2, the same 100 GB, let's see. The same 100 GB, I'll give it inside the GP2. Let's see the size. Let's see the price here. Man, it went to 13 and then now it is 382. See guys, so this is completely depend upon how your company needs. So if it is not, if you don't want costlier and if you want to be on the safe side and if you don't want all these things, remove all these things and you will get it in cheaper price. Guys, everyone clear? If you understood this, most of the RDS is done. So because it is repetitive, most of the time it is repetitive. Everyone clear? Any questions? I'll give you a minute. CC? Yes, same way. But Oracle needs license. How frequently we will have the backup, sir? Every day. Usually every day. Usually every day we'll take the backup. But if you need to, we can it's up to the company, it's up to the requirement. A database developer also manages all these things. Yes, database developer is still needed because we are setting up the infrastructure and configurations. But if you want to set up indexing, tuning, if you want to write the queries, or if you need to do inside a lot, database developer will be doing all that. Master password is the password through which we can log into. Yes, Rakesh, you'll be doing that. So let's go and, guys, should we go and create our own free tier instance? Let's create that. But be careful. Previously there was a free tier template, but I think there is no free tier template now. So I'm just going for Postgres here, concentrate. Template here, production, dev test, and there was a free tier. Maybe for me it is not there because I'm out of free tier completely. Maybe that's a reason. Maybe it might charge also, I don't know. So let's go for dev test. If you have free tier template, select that free tier template. Okay. So DB identifier, I call it as Postgres server. Okay. Credentials Postgres, and then root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And this is very important, guys. So which one we need to have? T2 micro, right? Select the T class, and then here no T2 micro, no T2 micro. So maybe include previous generation. Right? There's no T2 micro. Maybe stand. It's all YAML related. So my free days are gone, huh? Include R classes. Burstable. So I'm not in free tier anymore because of usage. Nah, it's okay. I don't mind. So let's go ahead. So I'll go with T3 micro. Okay. So guys, for you, select T2 micro because check it. If you select the template, it will automatically get it, but be careful. Okay, here. T3 micro, that's fine. So here I will go with storage 20 GB is fine for me. And do I need storage auto scaling, guys? Now, do we need storage auto scaling now? Yes or no?
No.
Definitely not required. Not required for doing this lab. But in your actual environment, but because you don't need it now, right? It will not reach that level. So let's uncheck that. So do not create any multi-AZ. Okay. Enable publicly accessible, yes. Security group, let it be default already. Availability zone, I'll put it in 1A. Additional configuration 5432, let it be. Password authentication. Database name, I call it as AWS DB demo. This is the database name. Backup, I'll enable it. Retention period, I'll put it 1 day, just in case if I forgot to delete, it will delete in 1 day, right? Enable replication, I don't care because if at all you need, you can enable it. Otherwise, you know clearly if you enable it, all your backups will be stored in some other region also, copy of the backup. Encryption, I don't want encryption, right? Performance insights, let it be enabled. If you want encryption also, no problem, yeah, enable it if you need. Doesn't matter at all. It's just a matter of checkbox. So enable enhanced monitoring. So I don't enable enhanced monitoring. Detention period, performance insights, let us enable for now. Okay. And log exports, I'll enable. I'll show you the logs in CloudWatch there. Maintenance, if we need enable, okay. Delete on prediction, I don't. Aha. All right. That's fine. So guys, is this clear what I did here? Everyone? Can you show physical database created or not? Yeah, we have not created yet. So let's go ahead and then create it over here. Click on create database. So see guys here, so I don't know why it is not giving T2. What is that? 2009. Yeah. That's fine. So, but I don't understand why it is not giving free tab. That's the question that I have it. Okay, so guys, it is getting created. So it will take a bit of time to get it created. Let it created. So there is no modify. Once this status is in available state, right? Once this status is in available state, then the modify will be available. So modify meaning, guys, here, modify meaning the same thing what we have done. If you want to modify it, you can modify it anytime. Okay? And in actions, everything is grayed out because it is still creating. You can still delete it here. I think we need to wait. Okay, there is question. If in case any maintenance from AWS, where our DB located, what we need to do? If in case EC2 instance, we can start and avoid the maintenance. I don't think so. You will get any maintenance on the RDS. I haven't got it yet. But if at all, you have an option stop and start. Stop and start. Press start. And if there is anything that it is not avoided, then you have to follow this process on it. Go ahead if you have any questions meanwhile. RDS is not free tier. The question, you are saying question or you are giving me suggestion? Asking. A question. RDS is definitely a free tier, but for me it's not showing. So guys, for now, those who are on the laptop, can you open your console and can you click on create database and can you see that free tier is there, T2 micro? Maybe for MySQL, let's say. Aha, do you see this here? I can see it now. Free tier template. So MySQL is not free. That is a concept. We go back. Let's create database. Sir, we launched DB EC2. No, it will not launch EC2, Arun. It's not at all related to EC2 anymore. So Postgres, select. Okay. Postgres is not free anymore. It was free before. So now, yeah. If you select free tier, this is what I was talking about. If you select free tier, then definitely you will have T2 micro C. Okay, now? Go with MySQL then. Go with MySQL. Okay, there is a question. Sir, after the database got created in AWS, how to give to the developer access to the database as developer? Yes. I'll show you. Yeah, you can give IAM permissions to him to check his own database. Just a second. So the status is configuring log exports there. Okay, first question. How to terminate this DB which is in process? See here, Dipendra, delete. Next question. And sir, we can give the instance name na, that is which instance? This one. This is identifier, DB instance name. MySQL, MariaDB and SQL Server only free and the nice. Okay. It was there. I used to do the demos all the time, right? So Postgres, I used to do all the time Postgres demo. But yeah, no issues. Go with MySQL. Once DB is created, what will happen in backend? Is it create some space and install respective DBs like we install Oracle in our machine? Remains, yeah. So once this is created, the engine is created. I'll show you how to log into this and how to use it. Just, I'm waiting for this to get available. So guys, here, meanwhile, see the options here. You can stop it. So it is internally launched server. No, this RDS is platform as service. So it doesn't launch any server in the backend. It's completely managed by AWS. It's just only configuration what you see. So it gives, I'll show you, it gives the endpoint, and you just need to connect to that endpoint. That's all. Using tools. I'll show you that. So guys, here, if you go to actions, stop. Reboot, you can stop and start, you can reboot the engine, you can delete it, you can create a read replica. Guys, you can create a read replica. If you click on create read replica, it's the same options that you get it. Same options that you get it at the time of creating the DB, we did it, right? Same options you get it. And promote, what is promote? If at all this machine is a read replica, you can promote to your normal standalone instance. Take snapshot meaning what? You are taking a backup manually. The restore meaning you are restoring. Yeah. Same options you will get it. Same options. Just wait. Restore it for S3. If you take a manual backup, that snapshot can be, you can move it to S3 also. And if you have some snapshot in S3, restore it from S3. Give the S3 bucket and you can restore it here. See, choose bucket. And then you can restore Aurora or MySQL here, engine options, and then select the same options. See, same options you will get it. If you understand the first thing what I have told, you can use the same concepts. So query editor, so if you want to, guys, as this is the Postgres, I have a tool called PG admin. You need to download this. Yeah, it is taking the backup now, because we have enabled automatic backups there. Initially, it will take the backup. Okay, it is available now. So guys, do you see this PG admin? PG admin is the tool. PG admin is the tool where most of the developers will use to connect to the Postgres databases. So I'm starting that. Just install it and open it. Yeah. So we have here this PG admin. Yeah. So guys, so now it is in available state. See, now it is in available state. Now we have all the options will be available. So we need to do a hard refresh. Select that. Yes. Now all are available. See guys, so here click on modify. If you click on modify, if you want to do any changes, see, same thing. If you want to change the password, if you want to change to T2 micro to T2 something else, and if you want to change the storage, if you have to enable anything, all the same options. If you want to change it, anytime you can change it. Right? And options, you can stop it, you can reboot, you can delete, create read replica. Guys, you can create a replica. What is the role of the instance now here? Instance. What is the role? Just an instance. But if you create a replica, this will become primary. See, if I click on the create replica, same options you'll get it. So replica source is this, and then instant identifier, you just give a name. And guys, I told you, read replicas can be created in different regions also. This one. So region, you can select the read replica in which region that you want to have. You can select the same region also. You can select the other region also, and the same option. See, same option. How do you want the read replicas to be? But once it is created, it will have its own endpoint. Yes, you can do it. Manideep, you can increase the storage on fly. Yes, you can do it. So guys here, what is the question I was asking? Endpoints, right? So this read replicas will have its own endpoint. Is it possible to write on read replicas?
No.
Definitely no. You cannot write. You can only read. So here, these are the options. You have it, and take a snapshot. Guys, I'm taking a snapshot. See here. I'm taking a snapshot. Snapshot meaning manual backup. I call it as snapshot manual, or I call it as Postgres manual backup, something. So guys, this is how you take the backup. See, backup is now getting created. I'll come to that backup soon. So backup is getting created. So you can take the snapshot like that, and you can restore it. If you click on restore, same options. Same options you get it. You can restore it. See, same options. Same options. You can restore it. So it is backing up. That's it. You understood till here, everyone? So if you click on this, guys, if you click on this DB identifier, click on this, and here you will have all the details. Do you see this endpoint? This is the endpoint which is generated by the RDS. So this is the endpoint that you should give it to the developers, guys. This is the endpoint you should be giving it to the developers. Difference between restore and snapshot. Snapshot is a backup. A restore, if you want to restore the snapshot, that is a restore. Snapshot is backup. And if you want to, guys, in volumes, from volumes, you will create a snapshot. And how to restore that volume? Again, you create a volume out of it, right? The same way, the backup is snapshot, and if you want to restore, again you create a database from that snapshot. That is called restoration. Then this is an endpoint. Yeah, you need to give this endpoint to the developer, and you have the master username and password also. Give it to them, to the database lead, and then he will in turn create his own securities or logins inside the machine. I'll show you how to log in now. Guys, this is a default security group now. Default security group is the one which we have assigned to this. So open the default security group, and what is the port number, what is the rule that we need to add? It is going to the EC2, and then I'll remove all this. So what is 5432? Very good. So do you see this here? Postgres SQL protocol is already there here. So 5432, I'll go with my IP here. Save. So I have enabled this also here, security groups, right? And then any replication, there is no replication here, we haven't. See here. And monitoring, you can see CPU utilization is going down, how many DB connections are there, and how much free storage is there, how much is free memory is available. You can see it here. Logs and events, guys, you can all see. DB is created, CloudWatch, everything, events will be generated here, and I'll show you all the logs are stored in CloudWatch log, right? Let's open this CloudWatch. I'll show you the logs there. Any monitoring tools apart from console? In AWS, Babji, in AWS we have only CloudWatch, but as a third party, you have so many Nagios. You have a New Relic, you have Splunk, you have OpsView, Valhalla. Many are there, yeah, many. Guys, do you see this here? In CloudWatch, I have seen the logs. See, these are all the machine logs of the database. So these are all the logs here, configurations. So what is the configuration that we have used? You can see these configurations here. Maintenance and backup, you can take the backup anytime. The backups are available here. I have created so AWS has created automated backup, and I have created a manual backup here. Thanks. Guys, is this clear till here before I show you how to connect to this database? Any questions till here? Our operations on DB instance will damage corrupt internal tables instance. Not here. Whatever you do, the operations here on the console will never touch the local the databases inside. No. All backups are in the same availability zone. Okay. Wrong question. Guys, does the backup snapshot has availability zones? No. The question would be like this, Rakesh. All the backups should be in the same region? Answer is yes. But if you want the backups to be in another region also, remember, disaster recovery we have discussed, you need to check that option. Okay, now I want to connect. See, take the endpoint, copy this endpoint, and open that pgadmin, create a server, give a name, Postgres, AWS something, give a name, and here you have connections, right? Go to connections. Here it is asking for the host name. What is the host name I need to provide here? The endpoint. Endpoint I need to provide. And here port number 5432, username is Postgres already there. What is the password that I have given? Root 123456. Right? And let's go and click on save. Guys, database has been connected. Do you see this here? Do you see this? AWS DB demo. This is the database now we have created. This is a database that we have created, right? So now this is the thing that you should give it to the developers, the endpoint, username and password. They will connect like this with the different tools, and then they'll start creating all the tables here. You can create a table, so you can write it, right? Everything, whatnot. They can create functions, they can create their own logins. See, they can create, this is what I was telling about. So the one which has is the master one. But if you want, you can create your own logins of this engine and you can give it these details to your developers. Guys, you understood how to? Yeah, this is performance insight. We can see it from Marideep. This is Postgres is giving it. But if you want to see the performance insight from it here, on the left side, you have performance insights. We have just launched, right? You don't get any graph, but select this. It is loading. So yeah, so you get all these things, counter metrics and database load. Guys, here top weights, right? Sir, there is nothing inside. Why it monitors actually? See, top weights, how many SQL queries are waiting here? Which queries are top SQL queries? Which machines are connected to this? Who are the top users? Top databases which are getting used? Top application, top sessions, everything you can see it from this performance insight. Right? And then Babji is asking, what is this? Transactions per second. Commits. There are no commits. Yeah, it's just showing. There's no commits. This is a PG admin view, but there is nothing. Who will handle DB developer or cloud engineer? Guys, who will be handling all these things from now? Developer. So guys, so for us, whatever we did it on the RDS console is up to us. How to set up the database, how to manage, how to take backup, modifying, everything will be handled by us. And connecting to it and then setting up databases, tables, everything will be done by the developers. Okay, na? Guys, you understood? And on the left side, you have snapshots. See, I have took a manual snapshot, right? Manual backup here. So if you select the manual backup, you take the actions. See, guys, you can restore snapshot. I can restore it from here. If you click on restore, what will happen? Same option will come. I can create another engine with this same data. See, guys. So I can create a new machine like test from the same, and then same options. Public accessible yes, and click on blah 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 blah. Same option, and click on restore DB. Another new DB instance will be created like this here. You are restoring it. Another new, but keep in mind that the DB identifier should be unique. Whenever restoring, you should not give the same one. You should give the new one. And here, copy snapshot. Sir, there is nothing inside database. Why mention? Leave it, Babji. That is from PG admin. That is from this is coming from PG admin. What is this here? These are all seconds. Value is 0 there. Second echo. Every second it is giving the graph. That's all. There's nothing. Sir, we select other DB PG admin. Is work or not? I mean, what is that? Arun Kumar. So it is not only PG admin. You can take any tool. You can take any tool that will work. You can take any tool. So guys, here copy snapshot. Guys, is it possible to copy this snapshot from one region to other region? Yes. So this is the copy snapshot. If you want to manually copy it, copy it. Otherwise, remember at the time of creating it, it has asked to copy it to other region. You can select that automatically if you want. Guys, if your snapshot is not encrypted, can we encrypt it using copy option? Yes. Click on copy here. See, you can give a new identifier here, and you can enable the encryption also here. Same concept. Same concept. Share snapshot. Is it possible to share the snapshot one account to another account? Yes. I think he's asking the other way. Does PG admin work for other DBs like MySQL? No. I don't know. I haven't tried. But there is also another tool that I use. Not Eclipse. SQL Actron. So there is another tool called SQL Actron. So these are the tools that supports this MySQL, Postgres, MS SQL, SQLite, Cassandra. So these are all the tools will be supported by the Actron. If the PG admin supports, yes, you can connect it. Otherwise, it's okay. Do we have a single tool from which we can connect all? That's what I show you here. These are the single tools which can be support all these things here. Okay. SQL, sir, Postgres is not pre-tier. Can we use MySQL and what? Go with Actron. They support MySQL. Manidi. Okay. So here, guys, share snapshot. You can share from one account to another account by giving your account ID, and you can make it public also. Same concept of the EC2 here. This tool are useful for monitoring this DB. Which tool? Oh, yeah. This tool is used to connect and work, Rakesh. I have connected and worked, and also it is doing some monitoring. It is giving a dashboard here. So you go to the SQL and you can write the queries also. Not for monitoring, for connecting. Guys, so is it easy to upgrade from one version to another version in general, the databases? It's not at all easy. So if you click here, upgrade snapshot, so you have an option. You can increase, guys, current version is 13.2 and new version, just like this, in the matter of click, you can change the version of your engine. You get this, click, you save it, and then you can restore it from here, and you will get the latest version. That's how it is easy. And this snapshot you can export to S3 if you want, right? Yes, it is like SQL developer tool. Guys, you have a SQL management studio, na? Same way. You have SQL management studio. Yes or no? To connect your SQL databases. Same way here. Yeah. So delete snapshot. Guys, you understood snapshot section here? And this is manual. If you go for system, this is automated backup, right? And shared with me. If someone has shared your snapshot view, it will. You can see it here, and you can take if the edit snapshots are public, it will be visible here. Backup, the same thing. If you want to take the backup, you can take the backup, take the snapshot, and export to S3. Any snapshot you want to export to S3, so it will be showing over here, which is exported to S3. And automated backups, same thing. If you have automated backups which is active here, retained backups will be here. Reserve instances. Guys, reserve instances can be, remember reserve instances for how many years you can reserve it?
3 years.
One or 3 years, right? So if you are using this database instance for longer time, and if you want to have a discount, you can reserve it. You can go and purchase whatever the instance type that you are using it, you can go and purchase it. These are all the default things, you can just leave it. Proxies I have not used, maybe this is a new thing that we have got. Create proxy. It is about the proxy identifier. Same options that you have it. So if you don't want to, it is related to proxy makes application scale more transparent to database failures. Oh, it is like proxying of your databases. Whatever. These are all subnet groups, option groups. These are all default groups that we have it. And then events. So what are the events that we have done till here? Everything we get it. And if you are interested in that events to subscribe, you can subscribe using SMS. This certificate update is basically if you want to update the certificate, this will be handled by AWS itself. You don't need to worry. So this will be done by the AWS itself, because it will expire in March 2020. That's already done. Its whole certificate have expired. So it will give you automatically. You don't need to worry on that. Guys, you understood? Any questions? So it is about here how to set up, configure database, how to maintain, how to manage, how to restore, right? How to take the backup, how to do the snapshots, how to do all kind of things from the snapshots, right? And you will get usually main things would be yes, of course. If you restore the DB engine, the endpoint URL will change for sure, because the endpoint URL will be with your DB identifier name. PostgreSQL server. Yes, it will. If you want to have the same, you delete the existing one and then restore it with the same. Restoring with the same. Guys, will you give a try on this? So guys, this is the task on your RDS instance. RDS, see here, launch Postgres. Okay, there is a question. So when we upgrade, we need to upgrade both the instance and snapshot separately. In case we need both our instance and snapshot to be the same DB version. No, your instance is nothing but your see, whenever you upgrade, that will come with your machine itself. There is no separate. Instance, snapshot, both are not separate. Snapshot is nothing but the whole instance backup is a snapshot. Right? So whenever you restore it, you will be restoring with the DB identifier only. Okay. So if the endpoint changes, the application will connect, right? Yes. If there is any changes like this, you need to inform your developers to change the endpoint. While creating DB, there were only 6 types. What if you need to create DB related to MongoDB or Cassandra? RDS supports only those 6 which you are able to see. If you want to create your own databases, launch EC2 instance and install them. You don't have any other option there. Guys, see here. Launch Postgres or MySQL DB instance in free tier. Here. Modify security group. Add this whichever databases that you are. Sorry. Download PG admin or SQL Electron or any client tool. And connect to the RDS DB instance using endpoint, username and password. Guys, try to create a small table or a database. Can you create a small table like this? Can you create a small database like this? Yeah, you can, man. You no need to completely leave it for the developers. It's okay. You can also do that, right? So create a small table or database, right? And take a manual snapshot, try copy snapshot, try encrypted copy snapshot, right? And then upgrade snapshot, try that, upgrade snapshot, and then try share snapshot if you have. Try all the things that is related to the snapshot, guys. And again, create a read replica in another region, Ireland region, right? In Ireland region, and try to connect it and try to create a small table or a DB. Will you able to do this? I mean, in read replica, can you create a table or a database? Yes or no?
No.
No, you cannot create a table in read replicas or database. Just try it out. Right? Restore a DB from a snapshot. Please do that and check the logs in your CloudWatch logs. And guys, once you are done this, delete the RDS instance in Mumbai and read replicas that where you have created, and delete the manual snapshot because there is no retention period. You need to go and delete by yourself. And once you are done with this read replicas, try to promote it to standalone. And guys, those who are really more interested, those who are developers, or guys, can't you have your small application register form or contact page? Can't you create it? One small registration form or contact page and try to update details in RDS instance. Will you able to do this? Will you give a try? Your actual real-time application. Create a small page. I think this can be done by the developers. I don't think so by others, but others also you can give a try. You can download sample page from internet And in connection string, connect all these details to your RDS instance, create a small table called first name, last name, email ID, and then that's all. Enough. 3 or 4, right? 3 or 4 should be fine. And then that registration form, connect to this and then get it. Guys, if you do this, yeah, you can go with the employee table also, your favorite employee name, employee this, that thing, and then try to connect to the RDS and then get it. Create a small page, submit, it will be submitted, fetch, it should fetch it. Will you give it a try? Right? Submit and fetch the data from RDS. So this I'm putting it to you in the chat. Got that? Will you give a try, guys? Please give a try there. So I'm deleting a database here. Deleting a database is very important. Don't leave it like this. It will charge a lot like me. So go and delete it. Guys, here, very important, see. While deleting a database here, do you need to create a final snapshot? No? Don't create it for now. But maybe in your actual real-time environment, you do it. But don't create any final snapshots here. Do you want to retain automated backups? No, don't retain any automated backups. Don't retain it. And you acknowledge it here. You acknowledge it here. And then delete me. Delete. And also you have a manual snapshot. Remember, delete that manual snapshot also. Yes, very important to do that. Otherwise, it will be charged. So guys, so most of the AWS databases related things will be same like this. Same concept, backing up, sharing, copying, taking the backup, creating a databases, right? Same things you will get it if you take any other databases also. It is possible to migrate from one DB to another DB in AWS. It is migrate from one. You have a service called DMS, database migration service. You can use it. You can use this and migrate from your on-premises or from one engine to another engine. You can migrate. But if you want to migrate from one engine from here to another engine, there is no option. You need to use your scripting skills to take the backup and then, hey, migrate is nothing but what you do, what is you right click, take a backup and you can restore it, na? You can go and you can do whatever. What is .4 server? What is .4 server? Where? Where is it then? What is this .4 server? Where do you see .4 server? I haven't heard. If you don't know, put it here. .4 server. What is that? Is there any dot? There is no .4 server, I think. Yeah. Oh my God, .4 server. Maybe you in your organization they are calling you there with IP address maybe .4 server. But there is no actual .4 server. So guys, and also very importantly, you should go and delete your log groups. Very important, otherwise this will be charged. So delete your delete manual snapshot, delete RDS snapshot, and logs in CloudWatch. Guys, does it show like EC2 dashboard or what we have to delete? No, it will, but yeah, it will, but you have a dashboard. Yes, you need to delete replica also. Everything should be 0. See, there is a little snapshot here, one snapshot. You should delete. That is automated snapshot that is getting deleted. So, guys, so here in Glacier, I have a small, there is a tool. Guys, did you try S3 browser? There is no Ashish, there is no, nothing. There is no final place where you can see. Guys, did you try S3 browser in S3 lab? No? Then you said you have finished the task, S3 task. So download S3 browser and take the task and download Fast Glacier. Fast Glacier, guys. Fast Glacier is also same like S3 browser. S3 browser is used to create a buckets and Fast Glacier is used to create walls. If at all you want to do the practical on Glacier, but doesn't make any sense. It just create a vault and then put your data there. That's all, and delete it. That's why I didn't give you the task. But if at all, if you feel you can do, otherwise it's okay. No issues at all. Any questions, guys? One automated snapshot is there still? You can't delete activity. Okay, tomorrow class. Yeah. We'll have a class tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a class. Okay? Tomorrow we have a class. If we take the backup to S3, how it will be helpful? If you take DB backup in S3, it is just like due to different kind of requirements, Prasad, right? How it will be helpful, meaning if you want to, as a disaster recovery, if you don't want to keep the backups in here, or maybe let's say, for example, from other company you want to take the backup, they will be, you can give access to. Can you give access direct to RDS? No. You can create a public bucket, let them put all the data there, snapshot, and you can restore it here, or you can. It's like backup. Backup meaning you can use it like anything. Yeah. How to local DB up? How to